Residents in Punggol East are most concerned about local issues. That is the sentiment People's Action Party candidate Dr Koh Poh Koon gets from his interactions with Punggol East residents. The 40-year-old said this when asked about opposition parties' criticisms that PAP did not focus its by-election campaign enough on national issues.
In my walkabout with the residents, really the municipal issues are the ones that really get raised very, very often, and I think day-to-day living issues are the ones that plague them the most. So my focus is really to serve the residents first as an MP before we take anything that is national. Of course, I think that the concerns of residents must be always addressed as a priority.
Dr Koh was accompanied by new Speaker of Parliament Madam Halimah Yaacob on his walkabout on Wednesday afternoon.
I think he has done put in a tremendous amount of effort over the last few days to connect with the ground, and I think that's really speaks volumes for the Poh Koon, that he could connect with people, because just to connect over just a few days is not easy. You know, we spend a lot of time connecting with people on the ground. He just took a few days to connect with people. Many of them know him.
Dr Koh also commented on the recent measures to increase the overall birth rate in Singapore, saying that he may actually consider having a third child.
Well, that's certainly something to consider about. I think, but what's more important is that these measures will also encourage other Singaporeans to really seriously consider having their first child, having a second child, and having their third child. But I do think that as the policies come about, any boost in terms of financial support will be a helpful thing. But encouraging people to have children goes beyond just monetary incentives, because there are other things that need to be considered. While it is a good move in the correct direction, what we do need to think about is how do the operators get supported in terms of making sure that this capacity can be ramped up. The other thing we need to think carefully about is also how to best educate and increase the number of early childhood education teachers as well, because we can build more infrastructure, but we do need the humans, the people, the software behind the hardware to deliver the education, to deliver the personal touch to the children.
Another issue raised in this by-election was the lack of coffee shops in Punggol East, with residents having to walk about 15 minutes from their house to the nearest coffee shop.
Well, we will endeavour to look at how the infrastructure can be developed further. It is a challenging problem because the way the estate is built, we are very dense and very compact. So we do have to really resource for land space to do that. And that's something we will do an in-depth study.
When asked about the by-election throwing focus on the party and less on the individual candidates running, Dr Koh said it should mainly be to benefit the residents in Punggol East.
I think, again, this by-election is about finding the best person to serve the residents' needs. It's not really to better the interests of another political party. So I think we've got to be clear what the election is all about.
Keep watching Razor TV for more updates on the Punggol East by-election.